Today we're going to talk about a topic that's incredibly important, especially if you're new to the world of credit cards. We'll be talking about the top credit card mistakes that beginners oftentimes make and how to avoid them. Whether you're a college student, young professional, or anyone looking to manage credit responsibly, this video is for you. Mistake number 1, making only the minimum payments on your credit card. It's a trap that is easy to fall into. Many beginners think that as long as they make the minimum payment, they are in the clear. But let me tell you, it can cost you big time. When you make only the minimum payment, you're carrying a balance on your card. And that's one way credit card companies make money. What happens is they'll apply interest to the remaining balance, and over time you end up paying way more for your purchases. It's literally throwing money out the window. Here's an example as to why paying the minimum balance is a bad idea. Mike's vacation regret. Mike took a vacation that cost $3,000, and he charged it to his credit card that has a 20% interest rate. His minimum payment is 2% of the balance, which is $60. Mike only paid the minimum balance for 1 year. The total payments made over the year was $720, and Mike's remaining balance is $2,652 after that year. So after a year of payments, Mike still owes $2,652. He already paid $720 for a total of $3,372, which makes this vacation cost 12% more than what it would have been if he had just paid it off in full to begin with. And that's assuming he decided to finish paying it off after 1 year and making the minimum payment. If he just kept paying the minimum, it would take him almost 9 years to completely pay it off. And he would end up paying over $3,000 just in interest, which would make the vacation cost more than twice the amount of money than what it would have originally cost. So make it a rule of thumb to pay off the balance in full every single month on your credit card to avoid paying any interest or late fees. It's important to only buy things that you're going to buy anyway, to only buy things that you can afford, and to not use credit cards as an excuse to overspend. Moving on to mistake number 2, maxing out your credit limit. It's an alluring temptation, especially when you're out shopping or there's an unexpected expense. But there's a catch. Using too much of your credit limit can negatively impact your credit score. Lenders like to see that you're responsible with your credit and that you're not maxing it out. So as a rule of thumb, aim to keep your credit utilization below 30%. For example, if you have a $1,000 balance, try to keep the balance below $300. Something that I always suggest for beginners is to just buy gas with your credit card, and make sure you pay the card off on time every time. This allows beginners to get used to using a credit card, and also helps to keep their utilization low. When you make a purchase with a credit card, you are borrowing money, so the purchase doesn't automatically show up in your bank account, which could lead users to believing that they have more money available to them than they actually do. By keeping your credit utilization in check, you not only maintain a good credit score, but also have room for unexpected expenses without relying too heavily on credit, which this is also something that as time goes on is going to become less of a big deal, because credit utilization is the sum of all your credit cards. So if you have multiple credit cards that have $1,000 balances, then you're probably not going to actually use 30% of your utilization. Otherwise, it's something for beginners, at least in the beginning, to pay attention to. Now let's dive into mistake number 3, which is ignoring credit card statements. Neglecting your credit card statements could be a recipe for disaster. You must regularly review your statements for errors, unauthorized charges, or signs of fraud. Trust me, it's a lot easier to address this sooner rather than later. Recently, I had an unexpected charge on my credit card. It was a charge for $200 and it came from a merchant on the other side of the United States. I contacted my credit card company and they ended up removing that charge and issuing me a new credit card. If I just blindly paid off my credit card and didn't take a quick glance at my statements, I could have easily ended up paying that off. Most companies that issue credit cards have an app, so it's easier than ever to take a quick glance at your credit card statement, and also to report unexpected charges or fraudulent activity. This is actually one of the biggest benefits of credit cards. If there is a fraudulent charge, an unexpected charge, whatever it may be, it's not your money being spent. It's the bank's money. It's their responsibility to do an investigation and get their money back. Mistake number 4 that beginners make is ignoring their due date. Missing your due date can lead to a chain reaction of problems. You'll face late fees, penalty interest rates, and even a hit on your credit score. To stay on top of your bill, set up automatic payments or automatic reminders, and never let those due dates slip by unnoticed. Although you only need minimum payments to avoid getting hit with a late fee, I would suggest setting up autopay for the full statement balance. This makes sure that if you forget to pay off your credit card, autopay will back you up. If you're looking for a beginner-friendly credit card, consider signing up for Chime. Chime has a credit builder credit card, which is a secured credit card. And secure credit cards are actually one of the safer ways to build your credit score. Chime also has a $100 welcome bonus when you sign up using someone's referral link, and you receive a $200 direct deposit within the first 45 days of opening an account. My link will be down below. Wrapping it up, these are the top 4 credit card mistakes that beginners make. Remember, credit cards can be an excellent way to get welcome bonuses, cash back, and also boost your credit score. But they have to be used responsibly, which is as simple as paying off your balance in full, managing your credit limit, and staying on top of your statements and due dates. And also, of course, only buying things that you're going to buy anyway. Follow this and you're well on your way to building a solid financial foundation. If you found this video informative and helpful, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And subscribe for more valuable insights on personal finance.